Madam Chancellor, Frank Parnell is an honorand in today's ceremony. Are we going to get a chair? Let's see. Super. Yeah. I think, yeah. Perfect. Thanks, Dave. Dr. Brock Smith, an orator of the university, will present a citation.
Madam Chancellor, it's my privilege to introduce Frank Anthony Parnell, Haida citizen, economic visionary, and cultural paladin. Frank Parnell is perhaps best known as the co-founder and longtime CEO of TriCorp, the Tribal Resources Investment Corporation. In founding TriCorp, he had a vision to enhance the prosperity of First Nations people through economic independence, economic capacity building, and economic development. He saw strength in unity, and through strength of character, was instrumental in uniting the Kitlakatla, Metlakatla, Niskalism, Haida, Gitskan, Wet'suwet'en nations to share in his vision. Frank Parnell is persuasive and tenacious. 24 years ago, he used these attributes to help secure the initial pooled funding that made TriCorp possible. Today, TriCorp is a self-sustaining champion of innovation, entrepreneurship, and economic development, providing more than $28 million of financing to Aboriginal entrepreneurs. But Frank Parnell's legacy at TriCorp does not solely rest on the money invested, the infrastructure built, the people trained, or the jobs created. And these are substantial. His legacy is in the social impact of successful economic self-determination. He has instilled hope in people where many had lost hope. He helped provide the tools and means through which a brighter future may be forged. And through effective mentorship, he has supported the foundation of the next generation of Aboriginal leaders, many of which are here today. Frank Parnell is a tireless supporter, advocate, champion, and defender of First Nations culture. In 1985, he helped establish and was past chairman of the Gwai Trust Society. This society invests in social, cultural, and economic projects aimed at nation building, fostering and improving Haida quality of life. Frank Parnell currently serves on the board of CFNR Radio, and he was instrumental in keeping that radio station operating, indeed making it profitable, so that it can reach and connect people, businesses, and organizations throughout northern British Columbia. Since 1980, he has had a senior leadership role in the All Natives Basketball Tournament, an event that creates social, cultural, and economic ties by attracting 60 community-based and community-supported teams from across the north. These are just a few of the activities that Frank Parnell has initiated, led, or supported that foster and celebrate First Nations culture. People who have worked with Frank Parnell describe him as being driven, shrewd, and persistent, but also approachable, caring, and humble. His passionate advocacy for his people underlies his motivations. He is a person with a vision for what needs to be done, and he is a person who gets things done. He has a unique ability to recognize and support talent, putting people in the right places to help them fully develop their potential. Perhaps above all, he is immensely respected. Madam Chancellor, It's my honor to present Frank Anthony Parnell for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Madam Chancellor, I now ask on behalf of the Senate of this university that you confer on Frank Parnell the title and degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
By authority of the Senate of this university, I confer upon you, Frank Parnell, the title and degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Dr. Parnell, I now invite you to address the convocation.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here today. This is truly an honor. I'd like to thank everybody who made it possible for me to be on the stage today. In particular, my wife Caroline and my family, the University of Victoria, and those who nominated me. I'd like to recognize the Coast Salish people's ancestral lands where we are gathered today. I'd like to extend my sincere congratulations to the graduates. As you have completed your journey through education, you are now heading into the real world where that you are going to be making a difference. When I graduated from high school in Prince Rupert and attended college here in Victoria, Canada's role and approach in the resource sector was very different than it is today. As a generation, we didn't pay attention to warning signs from our natural resources and our environment in our pursuit of self-reliance as individuals, communities, and as a nation. We didn't pay proper attention to what the trade-offs meant to our economic well-being and ultimately your future. This is something I feel very good about. Your generation has a huge task to take control of this economic development train and quickly perform a course correction to put Canada back on a track from the past 50 years for the next 50 years and beyond. I am heartened to see bright, young, capable, open-minded graduates from many disciplines eager to make it right. Please do it. Today is about recognizing you, the graduates, for your learning, your growth, and your potential. As I reflect on my own learning and growth, much of it took place through mentoring relationships. Graduates, I would like to share a few important lessons I learned from my mentors. Some of the many mentors I am fortunate to have had were Miles Richardson, former president of the Haida Nation, who is on stage behind me today, who taught me to basically, I'll sum it up by saying what he usually says to me: do it. Just do it. You know who you are and have the courage to be that. When you are in a position of public trust, embrace it and honor it. Other important mentors that have shaped who I am include Bill Wilson, Sophie Pierre, the late James Gosnell, the late George Watts, and the late Chief Joe Mathias, who taught me to take the talents and gifts you are given and make the most of them to truly realize your potential. I am fortunate for the opportunities I had to mentor many young leaders, such as Peter Lanton, now President of the Haida Nation, Arthur Mercer, former CEO of the Niska Commercial Group, Cliff Freegan, CEO of the New Relations Trust, Fred Talmy, CEO of Niskalism's government. What has been even more remarkable is to watch each individual grow and see them continue the cycle, becoming mentors themselves. What they may not realize is that they have helped me develop and grow throughout the years. They have guided me personally and professionally. I am honored that many of them are in the audience this afternoon. I am a proud Canadian. Let me tell you about why I am a proud Canadian. I am Haida from a small village of Old Masset on the northern tip of Haida Gwaii. I am proud to be Haida with our rich history, culture, and determination. I am also proud of our ongoing and evolving relationship with Canada. Our country is becoming stronger as Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal people add value together. So to the Aboriginal graduates, I would like to say, be proud of our Aboriginal roots and where you come from. Use those roots to ground yourself in the present and future as you continue in your chosen careers. You are an important part of a larger economic experience we call Canada. After more than 4 decades of work in the field of economic development, one thing is clear. It is the fusion of Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal cultures and ideas that create a stronger Canada where we don't feel we owe each other anything and can move forward as partners to continue to build this nation as one. So to the non-Aboriginal graduates, I would like to encourage you to embrace the many opportunities that working within our people represents for you and for the Aboriginal people. As you do business in British Columbia and Canada over the next 4 to 5 decades, you will be faced with a rapidly increasing number of opportunities to engage with Aboriginal people. Please seek and embrace those opportunities. The University of Victoria, in an innovative, creative, and inclusive center for learning and community engagement. I am deeply humbled and will forever be grateful for this generous honor. I'd like to thank you. Thank you.